Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Max.
And this is Movie Nostalgia, where we give you an honest review of the movies we've meddled with oh so mischievously over at Maybe Movies.
And on this episode, we're spending a bit more time with the cold.
Oh, yes.
Yes. With the other Jack Frost. This is the 1998 family magical drama, if you like, directed by Troy Miller. It was his directorial debut, starring Michael Keaton, Kelly Preston, and, if you can believe it, Henry fucking Rollins.
I know.
Now I want you to go out there and wipe the ice with your filthy butts!
I forget he's in this movie every time.
Yeah, same.
It doesn't fit his usual profile, does it?
No, because whenever I know he does obviously a lot of other different stuff, but I always think of him as playing a raging neo-Nazi in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's, yeah. This is a film.
Yes, it is the film.
Mine for this is simple. I saw this for the show.
Okay, right.
Mine was very simple. I saw it for the show. I'd never heard of it. I might have seen the box somewhere, and then I think it was you mentioned it to me then, because I always thought there was just the one Jack Frost.
Blow me.
Which is the one we did last time.
Right, okay. Obviously, it's a little bit different for me. I think I first saw it about 8 years ago, and it was quite simply, I remembered seeing it in the stores when it came out and things like that, but I never watched it. But I have a collection of Christmas movies that I like to watch every year, and I wanted to add to it. And I couldn't find anything that I had personally seen before, and I thought, well, I always like a bit of Michael Keaton, looks like a nice, family-friendly film. So I bought it. And it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that is the word. It is okay. It's not bad. It's not great. There's a kind of a tonal dissonance in the movie. Did you notice it?
Yes.
There are elements of it that are not just fantastical, but kids' imaginationary kind of stuff, like some of the stuff that was happening with the snowball fights. And I don't mean the ones that Jack were in, but even the very first one at the beginning, it was all kids telling a story about their snowball fight or something. It's not like...
Yeah, the music made it feel like he was going into combat, didn't it?
Yeah.
As a kid would perceive it from their point of view, that's what that situation is like.
And then you've got this comedy that is mostly coming from Michael Keaton's character, and I do mean that, Michael Keaton's performance.
Yes.
Which is very... It's not... I'm not saying Michael's bad in this movie at all, but the tone of the character of Jack Frost is very kind of dad-jokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, dad humour. And so there's this dad humour going on, and then there's this kids humour / imagination going on, and it sort of seems to swing wildly back and forth between them.
Yeah, because I seem to remember when we did it on the show, I remember at the time we were saying that, he is very much cool dad.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't always land. It's not just tonally, there's something about the pacing that's off as well.
Yeah.
Things just happen.
I did notice that, especially this last time. I was noticing there were like 3 things I went, that just happened.
Yeah.
Just because.
And then you're
it was because movie.
Yeah, and then you kind of blink and you're like 2/3 of the way through the film and things have just happened.
Yeah.
There's no kind of narrative through line for it. It's just, this is a sequence of events that if you bolt them in the right order, they kind of make a film.
It's a story, but it doesn't seem to have any kind of point to it. It doesn't seem to have any kind of message, which is unusual, especially for a Christmas film.
It is, because there is a message there. It's about letting go.
It is, but that's not... the narrative doesn't reflect that very well.
No.
It's just like, it just happens at the end. Oops. It just happens at the end, doesn't it? He just kind of turns around and goes, yeah, it's time to let go. And there's no working through things with him, apart from the bit when they do the J-shot thing.
Yes.
That's the only time there's any real kind of working through
the unresolved issues before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of what happens at the beginning of the film. Also at the beginning of the film. At the end of the first act.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, I don't know whether that comes down to, as I say, that because it was his first movie.
Maybe. I don't know. The thing is I've got two opinions about it. One is it's a perfectly satisfactory Christmas film. It's never going to match up to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or Scrooged or any of those ones, but it is a perfectly serviceable Christmas movie to watch. But also, as a reviewer, I have some issues with it.
Yeah.
I think. The thing is that normally when I watch things at Christmas time, I allow my brain to switch off. I accept things more readily than I would do at other times. And of course, Christmas has just passed for us. Even though it is still chilly and icy outside, it is no longer the holiday season for us. And so I'm looking with those eyes and seeing more problems than I normally would do, I think, is what I'm saying.
Well, again, obviously, we're not the only ones, clearly, because it was a bit weird when I looked it up. Most of the places I looked at said this had a budget of 85 million. But then,
there's a fair amount of CGI in it.
Yeah, but then other places said it was somewhere between 40 to 85. But it did not do well. Apparently it did okay in its first weekend. It came third. So it took about 7 million in its first weekend. But then total of gross box office was only 34.
Oh dear. Yeah, that was a bit of a flop. Well, the thing is it opened fairly strongly. That something tells me that the word of mouth didn't go its way.
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't mind watching this as a Christmas movie, like on DVD. I've paid for it once. I paid my tenner or whatever it was, my £8 or £10 for it, and that's it. I would be unhappy if I had paid to go to see this at the cinema.
Yeah.
I would be a lot more unhappy with it.
Especially as it is a family film, so it's not just you're paying for. You're paying for the kids. You're paying for all the stuff that all comes with it. It all adds up. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. I mean, there were a couple of nice bits of trivia I found about it. Apparently, a couple of the songs that are in it were written by Michael Keaton.
I wondered how much of that was involving Michael Keaton, because actually I was watching it very carefully, and it's like, I think he might be performing that.
But this is the weirdest thing about this film altogether. I never kind of thought about it until I read about this. The person who was originally cast to play Jack Frost was George Clooney.
Everybody be cool. You be cool.
Okay.
And he dropped out to go and do Batman and Robin.
Ah!
The Iceman cometh.
So they got the original Batman in to play Jack Frost. Because at the point when that happened, Jim Henson's Creature Shop, who did all the animatronics for the Snowman, they'd already designed it around George Clooney.
Right.
So that's why he doesn't look anything like Michael Keaton.
Right. Oh.
But also,
I don't see George Clooney in there either.
You see, again, I was looking at it, and you kind of, I think, possibly in the first couple of shots when he first sort of animates, but after that, no, I agree. But also, interestingly enough, no, I think it's the kid who plays Henry Rollins' son was originally cast as Charlie.
Right.
But when George Clooney dropped out, and because Michael Keaton replaced him, and him and Kelly Preston, both blonde...
Right, okay, of course.
They had to replace the kid who was playing Charlie, and that's why you got the kid who does it in the film.
Ha! Okay. Obviously, we didn't get a lot of scenes with the other kid. I think we got the better choice of child actor.
Yeah.
I think the kid who did play Charlie was stronger out of the two.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, obviously, it sounds like we're whining and moaning quite a bit. But
well, yeah.
It's like I say, it's not bad, it's just not great.
No,
it's just okay.
As I said, it's a film.
Yeah.
That's about, I mean, would you like to do the synopsis?
Well, the synopsis. So this is primarily the story of Jack Frost, who is a would-be up-and-coming musician, and a father and husband who, because he's a musician and has to do touring and recording and things like that, is a bit flaky with his family, tends to let them down a little bit. And then one Christmas Eve, Christmas Day?
It's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day, yes.
Yes, because he's...
when he, at the last minute, decides to rush back to his family when he should be performing for a record company exec, ends up in an accident and perishes. And then we pick up a year later when something of a, shall we call it a Christmas wish, being generous here, causes Jack to return in the form of a snowman. Shenanigans and stuff ensue.
That's about it. Obviously, the other part of this story as well is Kelly Preston, who, weirdly enough, this was the first time because we've actually done another movie with her in recently, very recently, in fact. She was Roseanne, the blonde girl at the start of Christine.
Hi, Dennis.
Oh, hey, Roseanne. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Oh, goodness me.
That's Kelly Preston.
All right.
She did quite a few bits and pieces, but probably most famously known as being John Travolta's wife.
All right.
But yeah, no, she's not with us anymore.
Oh, right. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, she died in 2020.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. But does some very good turn in this as well.
Yes. And, of course, we have Mark Addy as Mac. If I'm not mistaken, that was one of the first American productions he ever appeared in.
I know the face, but I don't know what else he's done.
Oh, well, for starters, he's John Baratheon.
They never tell you how they all shit themselves. They don't put that part in the songs.
Oh my
He's the king.
god! Oh my god!
He's the king. But also, he was the best mate of Robert Carlyle's character in The Full Monty.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's done a fair few other things as well over the years that I've always enjoyed it, but I think that was the first American production of his. It would either have been that or The Sin Eater. I'm not sure whether Sin Eater was an American production or not.
Well spotted. Again, I did not put two and two together there at all. Well spotted, man. Thank you. Fantastic. Yeah, and he is good in that. Again, that's another part of this film that doesn't make any sense. There's clearly...
What, like the potential love interest
there's
thing
clearly something wrong.
that just doesn't play out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why this film is just okay. There are a number of things that are in the film where you think it might be going in a particular direction, and it doesn't. It's bland because it doesn't commit
Exactly.
to anything.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it only okay, because it doesn't even, like I say, really commit to the whole letting go motif.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which again, there are scenes in the film that set that up as a potential thing, but it never follows through.
No, exactly.
It's afraid to be one thing or the other.
Yeah. And as a result, it ends up just being... Meh.
Okay.
Exactly, which is why I think for me, and again, it's weird, I was thinking about it while we were watching it, I think probably for the first time ever, it just gets an It's a movie.
Like I say, it's in my collection because I have a need for Christmas films. But is it a good movie? No. And even things like Jim Henson's workshop working on the physical effects, it's not even a really standout effort in that particular direction either. There is not a lot to say one way or another about this movie.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's just the way it is. It is not a Christmas miracle.
I'm afraid not this time.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go make some phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
I know the antidote to the cold snap at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is we need to go and undertake the most boring heist remake in cinema history. I'll see you in Las Vegas. Until the next time, as always, guys, look after yourselves, look after one another, and take care.
As always, guys, TTFN.